We had a really great question come in over this past weekend where a listener asked us, why on the one hand do we say that the Republican Party is falling apart, yet on the other hand we talk about the fact that the Republican Party continues to win elections? That's actually a really great question, and it kind of got us thinking around here, how is that possible? Because that is what's happening. And the way you have to look at it is the Republican Party is essentially two different, organizations really. You have the Republican Party itself, the leadership, and then you have the Republican-based voters. These two groups typically don't always get along, and right now they're really having a hard time agreeing on anything. And yes, the Republican establishment is falling apart. The way we know that is because we have anti-establishment candidates like Donald Trump and Ben Carson right now winning the Republican field. Establishment favorites like Jeb Bush, Scott Walker, Rick Perry, those guys, if they haven't dropped out already, they're probably going to do that pretty soon. But the Republican voters, they don't care about that. See, that's the difference. That's how they continue to win elections even though they're so dysfunctional. Republican-based voters turn out in record numbers in every election. And it doesn't matter how crazy or dysfunctional their party is, they're going to support it. It's like football fans. When you have a bad season, you don't start rooting against your home team. You always pull for them no matter what, and that's what the Republican-based voters really are. They're just fans of the Republican Party. And it's easy to keep those fans motivated when you have the constant themes of fear, threats of homosexuals and abortions always on the horizon, and that's enough to keep the dysfunctional Republican Party in power. Now, the other side of that is that the system is rigged against the Democrats. We have Republicans in state legislatures all over this country that have gerrymandered the states into Republican mainstays. There's almost no way the Democrats can win in those areas because of the Republican gerrymandering. When you add in the restrictive voting laws that have been placed in more than 20 states across this country, then it becomes apparent that, the Republicans are able to completely burn down their party, yet still remain in power. And the only way to overcome that is to get out and vote. 2016 is going to be a huge election. We can swing control of both the House and the Senate and state legislatures across the board if Democrats just get out there and vote. We can undo the gerrymandering. We can overpower it if we get out and vote. The Republicans, again, they always get out there and vote, and that's why they're still in power. If the Democrats take a page out of the Republican playbook and do whatever is necessary to cast a ballot, we can change this corrupt system.